Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we are visiting the Hot Springs Mall in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Now, my brother and my friend and us, we were all on a road trip heading through Kansas, heading through Arkansas, heading through Oklahoma. And so my love of malls made us stop at the Hot Springs Mall. And oh boy, am I happy I did stop, because this is a dying mall, to say the least. As you can see there, that Mexican restaurant, it was closed. And then just look at this. Once you're inside, this reminds me of the Greeley Mall back in 1985, probably. It really, this is kind of a bland mall, as you can see. It's just got such ugly colors. There's no natural light. I mean, this is during the daytime. This is not nighttime or anything like that. There's just no natural light. And as you see right there is our first closed up store. Now as you see here, Sears is one of the anchors, and this is our first big skylight and sitting area. And right here is the kind of picture taking area for, I'm guessing, Instagram or, Twitter or something like that, because it said like hashtag the cool mall or something like that. It said something pretty funny. So I decided to pose for a photo, and I don't have a copy of it. If I did, I would throw it in right now. And I like that there's like a dead wilted plant right next to it. But as you see, we're gonna just walk around in this mall, and yeah, it looks like it's nighttime in the middle of the evening. This is actually, I believe, Saturday afternoon. So as you can see, not a lot of business inside the Hot Springs Mall. And there's another closed store there. Typical of all these type of malls, they have all these like little weird candy kiosks and stuff just kind of out in the middle. Also just planters randomly out in the middle. As you saw there, that FYE, that store was pretty big and was doing well. But all these right here are closed. All these are closed. And we also saw our first car just sitting in the mall. That seems to be standard in a lot of these types of malls also, is cars on display. Now, like I said, it's kind of hard to say what's going on really with this mall. I don't know if it's been updated ever or anything like that. This is my first time ever to this mall. And again, this is the Hot Springs Mall in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And Hot Springs, Arkansas is the most visited city in Arkansas with 5 million tourists a year. A little known fact, Hot Springs, Arkansas is also a national park, and it is the United States' smallest national park. So it is a visited city, so it is kind of surprising that their mall is like this. And as you see, there's just closed stores everywhere. There's a bath remodeling display right there. And here we make it to the center part where the other skylight is, and the fountain. And the fountain is still up and running. But as you see, even with the skylight, it's still dark and dreary in this mall. It isn't very bright. There's no color to it. Everything is just a bland color. There's the Dillard straight ahead right there. And as you can see, it's a fountain. There's nothing special with this fountain. All these plants, they're kind of sad looking. They're just kind of sitting around. And over here, it's a little more lit up. And some of these bigger stores are doing well, I guess, or they're doing well enough to stay open. But as you see, there is a lot of closed stores. This one was really odd. They had like one of those weird car kind of things sitting there in a motorcycle, and it was like an advertisement for a like motorcycle shop. But the thing is that thing was dirty as heck, that razor. I mean, nobody's even gone in there and cleaned it up or anything. And this is the first one that I've been to that the RUE 21 store is actually still open. Usually that one is one of the ones that is closed in these places. And as you see, this mall is decent sized. I mean, it's got a decent amount of square footage. I have no idea who owns this mall or anything like that. I have no idea when it opened, you know, if it's closing or anything like that. I don't even know what the occupancy rate is. I'm guessing the occupancy is probably around, I don't know, 70% or something like that, which is pretty good actually for a mall like this. It might be less than that. I don't know. I might be miscounting, but they do have their stores, you know, they have their big ones. So as long as those don't go away, the mall probably should stay open. Of course, though, who knows how long that Sears will stay open. Here's J.C. Penney. That's another one. Once those go, this mall might be hurting. Corn Dog 7 right here was a pretty popular place that seemed to be doing well. That was basically the food court right here, because there's that soup and salad, Corn Dog 7, and I believe there was a Chinese restaurant, and that's it. As you see, there's kind of these odd stores. I'm not from this part of the country, so some of these stores I've never seen. I don't know if these are regular stores or if they're kind of off-brand stores. But as you see, lots of cars sitting in here. That shoe store, you know, had a very nice selection. GNC always seems to be in these type of places, even if it's dying. GNC seems to be one of the last ones there. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure there's a Bed Bath & Body Works in here, because those always seem to be in these malls. So I'm not shooting this with my camera glasses or anything like that like I usually do. I actually just put my GoPro in my hand and had it on like a little tripod kind of thing, and I was just walking around with it. Trying to make sure I don't pan too quickly or move too fast and keep everything in focus. And unfortunately, my gait kind of tends to make me a little jerky with the walk because I have a bad leg. But yeah, these guys were just hanging out in the mall. There's these video games right here that were just placed in front of this dead spot. And as you see right there, it says Greason's, and it says shop local. But yeah, this Razor or whatever the heck it is, it's one of those three-wheeled like side-by-sides. It was all dirty as heck. It was just kind of odd sitting there. And as you can see, we're back to the middle now. And this mall is kind of confusing because everything just looks the same. I mean, really, you can't tell what hallway you're on or anything like that. It's very, very ugly. There was a stage set up right there, you can see, with chairs. And we don't know if they had a concert or a runway show, or who knows. They could have had a church service or something like that on Sundays. But yeah, it was set up right there in front of Dillard's, I believe that was. As you see here, another dead store. Another one right here that's closed. And like I said, I don't know if this is a dying mall and this will be soon replaced or something like that, or if the town's kind of hurting and this is just the way it is, because there is a lot of abandonment and old stuff in Hot Springs, Arkansas. The Majestic Hotel was the famous one, and then it burned down. You can look it up. Dan Bell did a great video on it. And so there's a lot of stuff that's just not really well cared for. The Medical Arts Building, for one, is a beautiful building right in downtown Hot Springs, Arkansas, and it's basically completely abandoned, and it's owned by like 14 different people, and that's why it's never been renovated, never been redone, and the poor place is like more or less just going to crumble apart at one point. And that's kind of the way most of Hot Springs is, unfortunately. So you know, again, I don't know if the mall is just like this or not. But anyways, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and you know, I'll keep on making more videos for you. Thanks.